When my oldest daughter, Campbell, was 6 years old, she's 16 now, but when she was 6, our family went to Disney, and she loves like roller coasters and like anything scary. That's like kind of her deal. And she wanted to ride the Haunted Mansion ride at Disney. And I was a little apprehensive. I was like, honey, it's a little intense. Are you sure you know what you're doing? And she was so confident. She's like, Daddy, I know everything about that ride, and I'm totally fine with it, and I want to go. And I was like, all right, she insisted. And so we go and we get in line, and we're about like halfway through the line, to where there's crowds of people in front of us and crowds of people behind us. So we're sort of, committed at this point. And she starts ruminating. And I can see it, like the shift from confidence to sort of uncertainty began to take place. It was all over her face. And she's looking around, she's looking at the graveyard and all the creepy music and the sounds, the screams coming from inside. And she starts ruminating, and she's like, Daddy, we're gonna be okay, right? Like, Daddy, this is all fake, right? Like, Daddy, I know that this is all make-believe. And she's just like trying to convince herself, like over, and I kept answering. I was like, yeah, honey, it's all make-believe. It's just for entertainment. But she just kept ruminating, and it got worse and worse and worse the closer we got to getting in the little train. By the time that we got up to the train, I even looked at her. I said, honey, are you sure? Like, there's the chicken door, like right there. We can go. And she's like, no, Daddy, we can do it. But there was all this look of uncertainty on her face. And we got on the little train, and we sat down, and we got locked in. And right as it started to move, she melted down. And she started bawling and yelling. She's like, Daddy, I don't want to be on this. Like, get me off. And everything within me as her dad, I wanted to pull the little emergency rope that wasn't there to stop the train and get her off. But it was too late. And the only thing that I could do as her father is I just wrapped my arms around her. She buried her little face into my chest, crying. And I just wrapped my arms around her. And I got around real close in her ear. And I just kept saying over and over again, I'm right here with you. I'm right here. I'm right here. And I wanted to get her off the train so bad, but I knew I couldn't do that. And we finally come to the end of the ride. And I thought she might calm down as she got off the ride, but she didn't. It just got worse. And all the way out onto the little road, she just is crying, and I can't console her. And all I could do right then in that moment is just pick up my baby girl and wrap my arms around her real tight. And I just sat there in the middle of the main street at Disney, rocking her, and I just said, I'm right here. I'm right here. And I don't like the fact that she went through that pain, but it's honestly one of my favorite moments at Disney because I got to be real close to my daughter. Can I just say that you have a heavenly daddy right now who's wrapped his arms around you, and he's saying, I know it hurts and I know it's painful. I am right here with you. And he doesn't relish your pain one bit, but I bet you he loves the intimacy. When you're willing to just throw open your arms into the arms of your heavenly Father, don't push away from him. Those of you parents, you've had little kids, you're trying to help them and they don't think you're trying to help and they push away. Doesn't it hurt? God feels that same thing when you push away from your faith in the midst of incredible pain, which some of you are doing. God says, I'm